Hello, YouTube friends. I have actually had a couple of questions recently from viewers regarding exactly how we make the videos, how we create our content, specifically what we use to record and our video editing. So I thought I would actually just take the time to video me a little bit of how I create the video and the program I use. So I will be videoing I will video as I make it, and I can just do it that way. But yes, we do use our phones to record all of our video. Patience and I both have the same phone, and we record on our different phones to get our footage. And we have a couple different tripods that we use. We have this small handheld tripod right here. And that one works really good for grasping it and for setting it down real quick. And we have this nice blue one, more of your traditional tripod. And we keep this little phone attachment on top. And that one swivels and does, it's got a leveler on it if we need to level it, spirit level right there. And it's really good for a steady one in the wind. And then we have this other one over here, which is kind of your economical one. The tripod is actually very small at the bottom. And we have found that those tip over in the wind very easily. Again, we have the phone holder at the top. And we put our phone in there, and that's how we do all of our recording. And so we have these various tripods. Otherwise, we hold the camera just like I am now and try to talk into the lens and not at the light or the center of the phone, which sometimes is a little difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm editing a video. This will be a video that came out previously. And so you'll see me editing that video. And I'll go ahead and just kind of talk about it as I record on this other camera pointed at the TV screen or at the computer screen. Here we go. Okay, so the video editing program we use is from NCH editing suites here, and we use a program called VideoPad. And we have created an intro and an exit scene that you obviously see when you watch our videos. And I go ahead here when I start a video and I open this one up. And there's the program right there, VideoPad. And let me just adjust the camera here so that we can see all of the tabs at the top. And you can see the whole program. I think that'll do it right there. There we go. That way you'll see everything that I can see. All right. And so this is laid out quite nicely. Here are videos or audio files or images that we can place into the video tape down here, the track. And we can have multiple tracks. Let's see here. It looks like I can put into up to 3 tracks if I remember correctly, and I'll show that here in a minute. And what this is right here is this is my intro to the videos that I make, and I have pre-made this so that every video starts with it. And I can go ahead and play it and video preview it again. So what I'm going to do is at the end of this track, or at the end of this current track here, I'm going to add the new video. And so what I'll go is I'll go up here to File, and I will go to Add Files. And then I'm going to go to our current folder. I think she called this one, yep. And so here are all the videos that we have downloaded off of our phone onto the computer into this file to make the next video. And so I'm going to go ahead and upload the video. They are stored in our file by the date that they were recorded, so it makes it really easy for us to keep stuff sequential. For the most part, we load the videos into the video that we're making into the editor in the sequential order. There's a few times when it makes more sense for what we've recorded to do it slightly out of order, and usually the end user product, the viewers of YouTube don't really ever realize that we're recording or editing it out of order. But it is a reality that does happen for most YouTubers that it is out of order. So you can see I have the new video here is in my video files ready to be used. And here is a preview of what it looks like. And what I can do here is before I even put it into the track down here, I can view it up here. And of course I have earbuds on, so the sound's coming to my ears and not to you guys so you can hear me. But I can shorten this if I need to. So if this was too long, say I only wanted 10 seconds of this video, I could set this here at 10 seconds, and I could set the end. I could clip the end, and let's say I didn't like the first few seconds of the video, so I could go here at about 1 second, and I could set the beginning. And now I've clipped off the end of this video, and when I come over here, I can drag it into the new track, and it will go ahead and place itself there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this one off because I want to show one other thing. So I'm going to delete it and ripple it. And I didn't delete it from the file up here. I just deleted it from the track. And instead of having to click and drag all the time, which ends up taking actually a lot of time, I usually do a right click on the file, and then I go place on sequence at end. And what that'll do is it'll automatically place it on the sequence, and that tends to be a lot faster. Every time that I add a sequence, I typically go ahead immediately and put the fade in. Usually we do a fade through black in our videos, and we do a pretty fast fade through black. Let's go back and take a look at that. It's usually a half second. At about half second right there, you can see it's set. And that gets a pretty quick fade for us. There are times when I deliberately don't have a fade. And there's times when I shorten the fade depending on certain things that are going on. But now I have this video here. If you notice, this is the audio that was playing for our intro. And it is actually rather loud. And I can check the volume on that. And that's okay. The volume is set okay there at 35. But it goes really badly from a loud audio track here to rather quite quiet stuff on the next clip that I want to put in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the audio track here, and then I'm going to do a fade out. And so maybe I'll do like a 3-second fade out. And you can see now the fade out is there on the audio. And if we were to play that, it would kind of it would fade out as we get to the new. And if I didn't want to go immediately jump up this volume here, I could fade this in. And this one I would make incredibly short. I think I'll do 0.2, even 0.1, just so that it will. I'm going to zoom in. So I'm using my mouse scroll here now. And you can see that we have a softer entry into this audio clip. So just some of the things we watch out for. I'm going to go ahead now and grab the next. I'm going to add another file here. I'm going to grab the next file. And this one is going to be patients talking for the intro of that video. And so it's going to load it into the program. Here it is. I can preview it over here. I can see when she starts talking. And I'll just go ahead and do that. So it sounds like about right there is going to be a good place to start it. And if I watch over here, she's still talking. And about right there is a good place to stop it. And so I don't need the rest of this, so I can set the end of the track of the clip right there, and then I can right click and place on the sequence at the end. And we have this is going from a moderate volume to a moderate volume, and so that's okay. I don't have to worry about fading in or out. But immediately what I usually do again is I go to fade through back. And there's lots of other fades. You can choose whichever fade you like most. Typically for us, we just simply use the fade through black. And that's very functional for us. And so this is what I do. I go ahead and I go through and I make the clip piece by piece. So I'm going to video that as I do it. I'll probably do some time lapse here, so you don't have to listen to me talk so much. But I will video as I do that as I'm making a video. So here we go. Okay, so here's a situation where I want to change the clip speed. I don't want this to follow patients walking all the way to the coop at normal speed. I want to speed this section up. And so I'll make a split here. I'm going to split the clip, the track. I'm going to split it. So there you can see that I've split it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the track and I'm going to change clip speed. And let's make it at 400 or 4 times. So 100 is normal speed, is 100%. So I will do 400, so that'll be 4 times the speed. And you can see that the clip time went down to only 3.5 seconds. So now instead of, what was it, the 15 seconds it was to watch her walk across before, 14 seconds, now it's only going to be 3.5 seconds. And so by doing this, we're able to shorten up the video and still have the footage that we need to tell our story or to tell what content we want to display, but we can do it more quickly so that it's more entertaining to our audience, which is you guys. And you can see this was shortened. I won't do a transition between the two clips because these will seamlessly fade into each other. The one begins when the other one ends, but I will do a transition here at the beginning of it. So I will not do a transition there. Okay, so here's an example of something else that we do. I have a clip here. Let me slide over so you can slide over down the track. And then you can use your scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So I have a clip here that I want the first half of it, and then I want the second half of it, but I don't want the middle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide here really quick where I don't want. So I think I want when she just closes the door. So I'm going to pause it there, and I'm going to split the track. And then I'm going to come down here where I want it to restart again. And I'm going to split the track again. I can do it here as well. And then I'm going to delete this intersection. So I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to delete. Now I can delete and it will leave a gap there, which is not usually what you want to do. So I'm going to undo that. Where is undo? There's an undo button. Have I never used the undo button? I know there's an undo button. Okay, I just hit Control Z. I'm sure there's an undo button. I just don't know where it is right now. Wow. But so instead of deleting, I'm going to delete and ripple. And what that will do is it will move any track that was after it. You know, not just this one, but even the one down there. It'll move them all and fill the gap. So it deletes it, and then it slides everything up so it butts against. And then I will put a fade through here, just a short one to go between the two clips, just like that. So, okay. So one of the features that we also can do in this video pad editor is to add music. We can add an audio track down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and here's where my audio files are stored, and I'm going to add a file, and we have a music file here, and I'm just going to pick one, see what it sounds like. That'll work. And so I'm going to place it at the cursor. I've got the cursor where I want it to start. And I'm going to overlay it on the sequence so it doesn't push its way inside of the sequence, inside the clip. I want it to be underneath it, not. And then here is the audio clip. And I want it to go, well, we're going to be doing the snow clips here. And then maybe end about right here. So I'll make another split here. I'll delete the rest of this. I'm going to, here, let's go first and set the volume, because if it's too loud, it will sound obnoxious. So we'll go all the way down to like 12, because we definitely want it in the background. I'm going to fade it out, and we'll make it a pretty long fade out. Let's go 6 seconds. And you can see that's a pretty long fade out. It'll gently fade out. And then it will come back to the normal audio. We'll be on top of it the whole time. And then I think for this one also, I would like to do, I'm going to slide it actually a little bit, because it kind of has this part of the clip that doesn't have any sound at the beginning of it. And let's go ahead and then preview how that's going to sound like. Obviously I have my headphones on. You can't hear that right now. That's about right how I want it. Okay, so we can add music as such as like that. And I think that's the only way I want to add, the only music I want to add besides the opener and closer. And so I'm ready to begin publishing it. Now I guess first of all I should save it, because right now it's still saved as my intro. Let me just readjust the camera because it's just out of view there. Maybe, actually maybe we can't even see it. Up here it says intro in the top blue bar. So I'm going to save as, so we don't over save on our intro. And I'm going to save it to where the file that it all came out of, and I will rename it quickly here. And this is what Patience had named the file, so why not? So now the VideoPad project itself is saved. So if I ever wanted to reload this back in and alter it, I could. But it is not in a format right now that will be uploadable to YouTube. It's not an MP4 file format. And so what I need to do is I need to export it. And I can either go to the export file menu up here, or I can go to the export tab. What I usually do is go to the export file tab here. And then I'm going to export a video file. This will just take a moment for it to process. Okay, and I have lots of options. First of all, I need to set where I want it to save. Obviously you can pick wherever you want it to save. I'm going to have it save inside of the folder that we created it in. And then we're going to set it to the video quality to 2K for YouTube. Is what we typically try to do. And I'm going to stretch the picture so that it fills the whole frame. And we can see that it's going to take under 1 gigabyte estimated, and that's how much free space I have on my computer. And obviously we have to manage files quite often on and off the computer for making videos to keep our disk space free. So I'm going to go ahead and create it, and this does take some time. This is only a 7-minute video, so this probably won't take more than 15 or 20 minutes. But you can see there it's just beginning to make the video file, and we'll be at a 0.5% done here really shortly. And this green bar moves across, and when it is done, we should have a completed MP4 file video that I can upload to YouTube in that other folder. Okay, so that is the process we go through to record with our phones, the video, and to we upload it to the computer, and then we use the NCH software, the VideoPad, and that is our video editing software, and it works pretty well for us. I think we paid around $50 for that, and it was a digital copy that we paid for and downloaded onto the computer. So I guess if we ever switch computers, we may have to pay for it again. I'm not sure if that license would transfer with us or how we could load it onto a new computer. Obviously, it is winter now, and it gets dark very early, and you can see I'm in the cabin, but I have to have the light on me or we wouldn't be able to record it at all. So it's interesting to, it's just it's a matter to talk about videoing. For us, videoing, I work all day long, obviously, and when I get home, by the time I get home at 4 o'clock, I only have about an hour of subprime light. It's not the middle of the day, it's not the brightest light, and it's at a really low angle, and so it does make it a lot more difficult to video, and at the same time I still need to get things done because I have much limited time to get the things done that I need to get done for us just to live here and our lifestyle that we have here. We do live off-grid, so there's always some maintenance that needs to go on to make sure all the systems are working and are livable. And I come home and I sometimes I ask, you know, what broke today? What do I need to fix today? But that's just how it works. And I'm going to go ahead and finish publishing this video and upload it for you guys tomorrow. But hopefully you guys enjoy this when you see this. And thanks for watching.